Alright, so we're going to go through a nighttime routine with Countermatch. So if you've got the actual Countermatch line or if you have the sampler pack, either way, same thing, same steps. So what we're going to go through is we're going to go through the foaming cleanser first. So the foaming cleanser, what I do with this one is I like to just wet my face a bit. And this is going to get really boring as I wash my face, but I will tell you all the things. So with the foaming cleanser, I don't take very much. This actually might be a little bit more than I even need. And I just add a couple drops of water to it. I find just doing that just makes it foam up in my hands so much nicer, so that when I apply it onto my face, it can really like foam up and scrub in. I know it's really hard to see on camera, but it does foam up. It doesn't foam up the same as like a lot of other brands might, and that's just because of the emulsifiers in there. Ours are safer, and so they don't create this big beautiful foam like something from like Bath and Body Works would and that kind of thing. But it is much safer. It feels really good, and I just love to cleanse with this one. So in terms of cleansing, what you want to do is you always want to spread it all over your entire face. You want to make sure you get all your eye makeup off. So that's one reason I like to double cleanse. So now that I've got the bulk of it off, I'm just going to go ahead and rinse. I'm going to keep talking. That's one reason why I like to double cleanse. So a double cleanse method is, in case you want to know what I'm doing here, I'm just like splashing my face with water. It's just really hard to do perfectly into the camera. Now what a double cleanse method is doing basically two cleanses. So the first one is always using an oil-based cleanser, and the second one is using some other type of a cleanser, like our foaming cleanser that I'm using now, or a counter start cleanser, or our exfoliating cleanser, whatever it is that you like to use. That's your kind of options. Sorry, a little in my eye. The reason I like the double cleanse is that oil-based cleanse like really gets my makeup off. So the days when I've worn makeup, I feel like I just really get it off like that much better. The other alternative would be something like a makeup wipe. I have them. Makeup wipes. So these are like squares, they're about this big, so I actually cut them in half or even into quarters, and then I can just use like one on each eye or use one on either side of my eye. So I don't like to use a cloth on my face. Cloths hold a lot of bacteria, so if you're using a cloth, you want to make sure it's bamboo or microfiber or something a little bit better. So the next one you're going to do is your prep steps. That's your toner. I'm just right at the bottom of my bottle, so I'm actually going to pour it out of this, but I'm just going to talk about this bottle. So if you've received this bottle and you're brand new, it's your first time and you're going to pump, a lot of time people will use a cotton pad. I use it right into my hand, and I do it literally like this because this pump is a little bit explosive. It just wants it all to get out there. So sometimes pumping it like this, super, super close to your hand, or if you have a cotton pad in there, right into there, that's perfect. Or you can pour. I just find that the pour is just a little excessive, but since I'm right at the bottom of my bottle, I kind of have to. It's just like the very, very end. And I like to use this right in my hand. If you're using the sampler pack, it's a little bit easier, a little bit simpler. But I usually like to use it right in the palm of my hand and then just press it into my face. And the reason I do this is if you rub it into your face, then you are like pulling more on your face than you need to. We've already done a lot of pulling with just cleansing. And you're also pushing the toner into the spots of your face that it needs to be, rather than wiping it all to the outsides of your face. So just kind of pressing it in and make sure you kind of get everywhere. And anything and everything I do, I lead down my neck after I've done it, so any leftover product goes down my neck. Okay, the prep step is super, super important, because if you don't do a prep step, then basically your skin has never stopped the cleansing process. It's like you have this dry, brittle sponge, and then you're gonna go put something else on it, but it can't really absorb it. Prepping it with something like a toner is going to prepare it to take in more product. That's the biggest thing that toner does. And the side benefits of it is it rebalances the pH on your skin, which means that it basically keeps the healthy bacteria in check, doesn't like wipe them all out. It makes sure that they can survive and it's a good environment for them to survive. And then we don't get acne and that sort of thing from bad bacteria that are able to grow when we have a misbalanced pH. Make sense? So you always want to do a prep step before you use any kind of treatment or serum or even a moisturizer. It's super important. My biggest thing to add to anybody's routine is always a prep step. Okay, so now we have the Countermatch Intense Moisture Serum. This one's amazing if you have dry skin. This one's full of hyaluronic acid, so it's very good for your skin. It's going to help you retain moisture. I'm also going to put about a pump and a half of this into my hand. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press it into my face. So I always start on the high points of my face. That's the points that are hit by the sun. So here, and then here, and then I kind of rub it throughout the rest of my face. Now I find that's more important with other serums, but this one as well. It's basically you want to get anywhere that's super dry, and you also just want to make sure you hit every surface area of your skin. So doing that, I get a full coverage and my skin feels hydrated and ready to go. Okay, next up is moisturizer. So for nighttime, we have the Sleep Recovery Cream, and for daytime, oops, I don't have it in front of me, we have the Adaptive Moisture Lotion, which just looks a little bit bigger than this guy. If you are working through the packet sampler, you're going to have the daytime one, which is the Adaptive Moisture Lotion. I'm going to use the nighttime one, which is the Sleep Recovery Cream. So both of these, both day and night, these come in without preservatives. So most of our products do have some preservatives in there, but we avoid it whenever it's possible, because even though we're using the safest possible preservatives, they're not necessarily ideal. So these are actually like airlocked. So in order to get it out, you have to press this button and it just pops out. After you have, if you first receive this and you get one of these guys, you're gonna have to pump this guy a lot. Like, some people I've heard had to pump it up to 100 times even. When I get mine, I think it's been like 20-ish pumps. More recently, it seems to be better, but just a heads up that this is what happens. Okay, and then in terms of eye cream, if you have an eye cream with your set, or if you got an eye cream sample, you can use your eye cream now. I actually recommend using it before you use your night cream. So what you want to do is you want to take just a tiny bit. It's probably even way more than I need. I'm gonna use this on both eyes. Take a tiny bit and you want to just dab it underneath your eye. And the reason I recommend actually doing this before the night cream is because then it can really get into that delicate eye area and really get in there without this being in the way. Once you put this guy on, once you put your nighttime cream over top, then that's kind of where the active ingredients are gonna get. So this night cream is amazing. The Countermatch eye cream is amazing for dark circles and puffiness. Not as great for crow's feet. If you want to look at crow's feet and deal with that, you want to use the Beauty Counter Counter Time Ultra Renewal Eye Cream. I swear every product they make has like 18 syllables in the name. And this one is my favorite eye cream. They're both amazing, but this one is really good for crow's feet if that's what you're dealing with. So that's Counter Time. Like I said, daytime would be the same except it's a different pump, and it's called the Adaptive Moisture Lotion. I use about a pump and a half of everything. Toner I might use more like 2 pumps. And this guy's just kind of a squeeze bottle, so I used plenty. I used quite a bit more than I even need. I also have quite dry skin, and I'm feeling like I might be able to use just a little bit more. But for me, for tonight, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to add in an oil just to give my skin that extra hydration. Okay, any questions? Post them here. Just reach out to me. Let me know what's going on, and I can help. Thank you.